So this episode is a lot later than I expected, but uh, yeah, I know I said I would upload yesterday, but things happened that I couldn't, or I forgot to edit the video before uploading. So basically, the unedited version was uh, there, but I had to, had to do a little fandangling and yeah, I have to upload it again. I have to re-upload it. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoy the video.
Alrighty. So we finna just get right into this one. No intro, no nothing. This is just solid raw. It's gonna be a calm little video. It's gonna just be a little chat check up, you know what I'm saying? Just finna talk about stuff that's on our minds.
Makes sense. Feel it. I feel it.
What's on my mind is men's mental health. And I say that because yes, it may be true that a lot of men don't seek therapy, but I also believe that it's not about therapy. It's really about a lack of communities. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like throughout the United States, can't really speak on other places because I'm not there. But, excuse me, there's just like a lack of community amongst men and honestly amongst people. And I think there's lots of pressure put on men to perform and to be something by society, by parents, by people around them, friends, girlfriends, wives, whatever, societal standards, all that. There's just this pressure to perform, right? And I feel like it's not talked about. Not that, yeah, it's just not talked about that, like, a lot of men struggle with finding communities and getting support because there's really no support for us
Yeah.
in that sense. Now, I know everyone says go to therapy, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, that's cool and all. But you can go to therapy and talk about all your issues and your problems. But if you're coming home, right, and you still go to a job where your boss don't respect you, your girlfriend, your wife doesn't respect you, the therapy doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Because meanwhile, you may change. It's like there's still this disrespect from outside forces that aren't really in your control.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't expect everyone else to change while you're trying to change.
Yeah, for sure. And I just think it's like it's crucial that and this is I'm gonna even get broader here. This is for human beings in general.
Mm-hmm.
That feeling of like care, right? Like this is real heartful, deep talk, like raw shit. Like that feeling of care that human beings truly want is I feel like it stems from like real basic things. Like it's not like go do this, go do that, go do you know what I'm saying? It's just like a basic thing like what did you eat? Oh, cause like, yo, you know how many people suffer with eating disorders? Getting people to be comfortable with eating, getting people to remember to eat, because some people forget to eat. I'll share. I had a friend back in high school who has ADHD, right? And he took a medication. And he told me there was two of them actually. I had there was one girl and one dude, and this is really when I started to like look into mental health and all this stuff, because they told me this. They were like, so I'm taking this medication. I think it was Ritalin.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a form of Adderall, right?
Yeah.
And they were saying that they didn't have appetite, right? And they would like be forgetting to eat and all this stuff. And I was like, that's interesting. So like, imagine, right? If you had somebody, right? And this isn't just lover. This is friends. This is parents. Imagine if you had someone who just, hey, have you eaten? Have you eaten? You know what I'm saying? Like, just to make sure you're nourished to have enough energy to fight the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's real simple stuff. Like, have you washed yourself? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because everyone needs to do that. Not that everyone doesn't, but I'm just like, imagine how relationships and families would be built and maintained if instead of the morning yelling and screaming that I've seen in lots of households, right? We had a calm, like, all right, what do I have to do for the day to get myself right as mom or dad? And then also, what do my kids have to do? Then the kids are also thinking, what do I have to do to get myself right? And then they're also seeing mom and dad getting themselves right. So, hey, mom, did you do? And then now you have this flow of positive energy in the household of us reinforcing and motivating each other to be the best versions of ourselves. This is like a utopian society, obviously. That's why we're just talking about it. But like, I think if more people practice, like, example, not that a lot of people aren't going to get this, but last semester, I had a teacher, honestly, the only teacher for my early classes who, when you get to class, every person who walked in, even if you were late, she would say, good morning. And I walked in late one time, right? And she said, good morning to me. And I was like, and normally I just go with the flow, right? But I don't say good morning to people. I say, so I say to her, I'm like, good rising. She's like, she was caught off guard because like, wait a second, who, good rising? What is that? So she really said, she stopped the class. She's like, what is good rising? What did you say? I was like, good rising. She's like, what does that mean? I was like, well, see, in my belief of understanding, people say words hurt, right? Well, good morning, right? Mourning is part of a funeral service, right? Mourning is something bad. Mourning is, and then awake, right? It's like mourning isn't good. That's not a good. There's no good connotation around mourning. You know what I'm saying? It's grief. It's dull. It's dark. It's gloomy. So I turn it into good rising. Why? Because we want to see everybody rise up to be the best version of themselves. Do you understand? Like, not that I'm the first person to do this. There's many people who say good rising. But I just that's like something a little different. That's a little more positive than just your typical people are gonna come and probably be like, oh, just because someone says good morning doesn't mean it has a bad connotation. Right? It's like, yeah, but like when I say good rising to you, especially if you know what I'm talking about, you know exactly what I mean. There's no leeway. There's nothing else. It's just, all right. He's tapped in. He knows what, like, he's on the more on that path, right? So I think we just need to understand that. I mean, I'm not the most positive person. I'm not gonna sit here and claim I'm the most positive person, but I 100% do try to add positive aspects and positive and little positive habits in my life to, like, get to better positions to try and help things out,
Gotcha.
It's just like, yeah. I think positivity, and then there's toxic positivity, always being positive, but like, I mean, like, there's also another thing, like, there's a difference between something truly being negative and like being bad and it being bad and okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because it's bad doesn't mean it's like, like, it can be bad and just okay. You know what I'm saying? It can be something wrong and just okay. And it doesn't have to be made something big, because it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Not that being bad is okay. It's just like, there's like a leeway in like understanding that the essence of that, you know?
Yeah. I got you.
It's just like I keep saying it's just like I'm peeping that, but because I'm really being philosophical here.
Mm-hmm. I got you.
Oh, I've met so many people who, me personally, I ain't met someone who a church folk or a religious folk who ain't mental.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't, right, and I don't mean like loony bin mental.
Of course.
And don't take that as like offensive or anything.
Oh no,
like,
I'm not offended at
but
all.
like I mean just like a little bit of anxiety or depression, like or something of that nature, or being or just problems. You know what I'm saying? Just like we all have problems, but like those people specifically who are raised in those households, I feel like they try to like excuse me, hide it. You know what I'm saying? Through religion. And then there's some people who actually truly like try to understand. I'm not saying that they're better or anything, but like there's people who try to understand, and then there's people who try to like hide through religion. And I feel like
hide behind it.
Yeah, hide behind it, through it, with it, and all of that. And it's just like,
why?
I feel like from what I've seen, right? There's so many people who I know who are from religious families who despise God and who reject the ideas of God, right? And it's like, okay, from my perspective, right, growing up in a household where I totally understand that, because there was a portion in time where I was like, I'm raised real Christian. I was like, Christianity doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
And I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Why are you doing this? Blah blah blah. And I have this conviction of blah and all this stuff and all this and I despised God, but I realized I didn't despise God. Me personally, I despised
that version
that religion, that ideology, the way they pushed it, the fact that I despised how you're gonna tell me God does this, but in my experiences in church, it's one of the most judging places, like energetically more judging than a school. Because at least like I'm talking like hidden energy in there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know exactly what I'm saying. And if you're at home watching this, you should know exactly what I'm saying. It's a hidden energy of judgment in I feel like in those four walls of the church, right?
Mm-hmm.
Versus when you go to school, people just blatant with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At least they're blatant with it. There might be a little more in schools and stuff, but like there's no amount of hidden animosity and judgment.
It's
they built just up in those four walls.
Yeah.
And I think and it's like, to keep that perfect, like, I don't know, right? I feel like to have something perfect, doesn't it have to be terrible at one point, right? Because like, how can you, if you never experienced bad, right? How can you experience good?
Yeah.
So if you have something, right, that you're trying to build, right? Mm-hmm. And you don't accept the imperfections and you try to hide the imperfections, right? Mm-hmm. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't build it as much as, because I feel like, at least from my perspective and understanding that where most people who dig deep into religion and who are really truly spiritual and religious are like, they want truth and knowledge and understand. So like they'll dig with you.
Right.
So it's like, yeah.
I see. I feel you, definitely. Me personally, I think that a lot of what we do technically doesn't matter. Let me explain.
You're taking a nihilistic approach.
Honestly, I feel like, because in the grand scheme of things, we're just a speck in the universe. A lot of shit is going on around the universe that we don't even know about. that we can't know about, that our human mind can't comprehend most of what's going on in the universe. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, I feel like nothing matters, but at the same time, everything matters.
I was literally, as you were saying it, I was thinking exactly what you was finna say, because I was like, yo, I get what you're saying. Like, nothing matters, but everything matters because nothing matters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Be on the same wavelength.
Yeah, we really is. But then
like,
again, so in understanding how big and vast the universe is, and understanding that there's so much you don't know,
yeah,
is trying to make yourself known, or concepts, ideas, trying to reinforce those things, is that worth it in the grand scheme of things? You know why I think it is? Because, like,
at the same time as it defines who we are, what we do is still lost to time.
but let's put it into the perspective of, if we didn't have people who documented certain things and did certain things out of pure fact that they maybe a little bit thought that they were important, we'd be so far behind. Because the universe is a vast, crazy place, and an asteroid could hit us right now and destroy everything. But if it leaves traces in a few people, and those few people find those traces, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then now you have a civilization that could be built stronger, better. Oh, this is what we could do to protect type things, maybe. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
I hear exactly what you're saying.
So,
but I mean in the fact that, because from a scientific standpoint, the Big Bang Theory, right? The Big Bang Theory. And also, I'm going to ask you a question. Do you think that our universe is still expanding, or ever expanding, or will expand forever?
I mean, that's what they're telling me.
It's not.
Well, I mean, it's gonna, when time ends, when that ends, right?
Technically speaking, time is a construct
That we made
to determine our movements through space. But once our universe stops expanding, because it will, do you think it's just going to stay?
What do you mean?
It's not going to stay expanded forever.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, the universe is going to restart itself.
Oh, so then does everything play out again? Is it looped?
That's the thing. It's not. You can't create something again. Have you ever noticed that? Like, me personally, you draw something, right? And then you redraw it. Things are going to be different.
Yeah.
You can't just draw it the same way.
Got it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So you can't create something. You can create something similar, very similar, like almost completely similar, but it's still not going to be the same. There's still going to be minor things or major things changed. Same with evolution.
So would you say?
That's why I say.
So now here becomes the wait. So here's a crazy thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
What determines now how it comes back, right? So would it be an evolution? Would we go evolutionarily uphill? Evolutionarily uphill? Evolutionarily downhill?
I believe so. When the universe restarts, I believe everything restarts. The entire game of life itself will restart. We would all be in the all. We would all be together, and mind you, you see this right here, how dense this is. When the universe restarts, it implodes. Not implodes, but it comes back in. It packs everything in the universe together. It's the densest form of matter. It's the densest form of matter in the size of the tip of a pin needle. It's the Seriously, it's I'm telling you the truth. It's the densest form of matter. It's literally when the universe restarts, so will the evolutionary timeline. But of course, like I said, it will be different in a way. There will be things that are changed. There will be things that are different. The evolution will restart, but it might start a different way. It might start because scientifically, we believe that evolution started with, bacteria.
So you believe in evolution? Every time I say this, bro, I get called crazy. But yo, if it takes 1,000,000 years, right?
Yeah.
For I really want someone to scientifically explain this to me, because I've had nothing but nincompoops.
Of course.
It to me, but like
naturally,
if it takes 1,000,000 years for evolution to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't today mark an 1,000,000 year mark? 1,000,000 years ago. Why don't we just see a damn monkey turning into a human?
Exactly.
I don't get that. That just, to me, it doesn't make sense. I'm not saying it doesn't exist or anything.
No, I get it.
I'm just saying,
trust me,
it doesn't make sense to me.
I've questioned evolution my entire life, but I just realized, I just learned recently that a bird literally re-evolved itself.
What do you mean?
It came back from extinction.
How?
It just by pure spite. No, I'm just kidding.
He said by pure spite.
By pure spite. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna educate you real quick.
That's that.
But seriously, I was like, "What? That's absolutely insane." A once extinct species of bird has re-evolved back into existence and returned to the island it once colonized thousands of years ago.
The blue-footed booby? Nah, I'm just kidding with you, but there's a bird called the blue-footed booby.
There are. The Aldabra white-throated rail was reportedly wiped out around 136,000 years ago when the island it called home submerged under the ocean due to rising sea levels.
They said Atlantis?
Atlantis for birds?
Birdlantis?
Birdlantis?
Okay. They said Birdlantis.
But honestly, I've my entire life I was raised like not super Christian,
Yeah,
but
don't lie. Can I ask you a question? Was you raised in a Baptist church or a Methodist church?
I was raised in a Baptist.
You definitely
church.
give me Baptist vibes, bro.
Definitely.
What church do you think I was raised in?
Methodist, maybe? Evangelist?
Baptist.
You Baptist too?
Baptist. You know, we was all singing on the choir. Every young black boy was singing on that choir.
No, they had a youth choir. I
Bro,
love
every black boy has a picture of them on the choir. Because they didn't want to be there at that one point.
I did. I love singing.
There's thing about the little girlies, and I'm not gonna lie. I got a question. I got a.
What's up?
Never mind. I'll just say that for a later video.
You sure?
Yeah, I'll say it.
Okay. Sounds like we got something in store. So. But no, I was raised like pretty Christian. So I questioned evolution for a while, but maybe, and of course I'm reaching out kinda with this one, but maybe they go hand in hand. Because we hear about a lot of different species that went extinct, like dinosaurs or mammoths or woolly rhinos. Oddly
this
enough,
Negro. He said woolly rhinos.
Yes,
that's wild.
That was an actual animal, apparently.
The woolly rhinos.
I mean, if there was a woolly mammoth, if there was a woolly,
so you don't know,
basically a woolly. No, there's proof.
Don't look it up. Wait, actually, I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah,
there's woolly rhino.
Yeah, there's proof of woolly rhinos. But if there's a woolly elephant, mammoth, whatever, technically it's an elephant. It's an old elephant with bigger tusks, and it was bigger. I mean,
what?
It would make sense that there would be a woolly rhino as well.
Woolly rhinoceros.
Yeah,
woolly rhinos.
And sloths used to be much
Bro,
bigger.
them things look like wild boars. Big ass wild boars. That's a
with
big
one
ass
horn.
wild boar.
And they had bigger horns back then too.
That's a sound like looks like they make that sound, doesn't it? Crazy. Brody.
No, but like,
but still, here's my thing. Regardless of Christian religion,
yeah,
bro.
If have
we seen? Wait, what else have we seen evolve that wasn't on a microscopic level, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if we have, just I don't know about it, and I will say right here, right now, I am uninformed. Mm-hmm. But from my knowledge right now, I don't know that we know of anything, right? And it's just like, if something this big just evolved, right? You can't say, like, through creation, right?
Right.
It was meant to be that way.
Exactly.
So you could potentially say creator. It's like, right? It's like this, right? Mm-hmm. The gardener puts the seed
in the ground.
Because he expects the seed to eventually become a plant.
Exactly. You're looking at it exactly how it is.
So
the creator put the seeds in the ground.
But no, that could make sense. Now, evolution could make sense.
That's what I mean. But they go hand in hand.
Now, my whole other issue though is not me questioning the creator, but it's just,
of course.
Bruh.
Why are some things still the way they used to be, like monkeys?
Why are monkeys still monkeys and monkeys not humans? Why haven't we seen dinosaurs come back type stuff? Why haven't we seen certain things just evolve? Like, bruh, why isn't there why aren't there bird people? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Why didn't they evolve? Why did we evolve from monkey? You know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing that out there.
No,
I'm very misinformed and uninformed on this topic. Mm-hmm. I will admit that. But like, I'm just curious. Like, I haven't seen anything else evolve, and yeah,
I get you. I totally understand for sure. I've asked the same questions. If evolution was real, why are there still monkeys in the world?
The only thing that we've technically really, really, truly see evolve is human beings. What do I mean by that? You have ancient Egypt to now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You can see what we've done from there. That's evolved. Okay, I can understand that. Human beings have evolved and adapted through situations, but that's not like a human being coming from a goat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
I'm just throwing this out there. You know what I'm saying?
I think most of evolution is just species adapting to different environments throughout the years. That's basically mostly because, of course, if we have kids, they're going to be more adapted to the atmosphere that we have right now. Saw that. If we had kids now, they would be more adapted to the atmosphere and all the pollution and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because
maybe the last 100. Then you would hope they can have some kids that are adapted to the pollution that they create. No, they wouldn't create that much.
Yeah.
100 people. No, I'm just kidding. That's not gonna be like 100.
Because let's really be honest. Pollution started years ago. People are just starting to wake up to it. Not just starting. They've started to wake up to it. But people are actually starting to try to do something about it because they realize, oh shit, our planet could die. You know? And some people, of course, that 1%.
See, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna have to cut this part out, bro. But
why?
You know how they say we evolved from like Homo sapiens and all that, and the Neanderthal, bro. I ain't no Neanderthal. Bro. I don't got no Neanderthal, bro. My forehead don't look like that.
Some people do.
Nah, black people. Okay, yeah, we definitely got to cut that out. We're not trying to discredit that. Yeah, but yeah, bro, that's just crazy.
Yeah. Evolution is
where were Neanderthals originally? Okay, I gotta stop talking so we can
Evolution is honestly evolution versus religion is a tricky subject. Spiritually,
Nah, but you want me to get into a real deep topic?
what?
If as a society, right, a civilization, right,
Right.
human race, we can't discern, right, if we came from God or if we came from evolution or monkeys, right?
Right.
Tell me how one person is better than another.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen.
We can't decide on something as basic as where we come from, something that's kind of important to our being, right?
Kinda.
It should be a little bit, right?
It should be a little bit. I mean, honestly, we should just be living our lives. And me personally, I feel like we should just live our lives and stop trying to ask questions, because that's how stuff happens. Like, look at certain movies.
What's that boy that Steeler, Benjamin Franklin? No. Thomas Edison. Oops. Thomas Edison. He said, shit. Wonder what it'd be like to have light in the dark.
Light in the dark.
And he just snapped.
Hey, man. Actually, Thomas Edison was a white man.
I know.
But, you know what's absolutely crazy? A black man made the filament in the light bulb.
That's why I called him a Steeler.
Exactly. But, what was I saying? Oh, I was saying people, oh yeah. Look at movies that we've made. You know what I'm saying? Movies that we've made, showing people asking questions or going to do something, like digging up something, uncovering some shit happening. You know what I'm saying? Bad shit happening most of the time.
So what you're saying, just deal with your oppressed?
Like, literally leave the unknown. If it was meant to be known, it would be revealed to us. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I watched this movie. It was called The Silence. It was like a Quiet Place-esque movie. These diggers, they were digging for whatever. I think they were looking where they should not have been looking. And they dug up these creatures. They were flying creatures. And they were blind, of course. It was like a Quiet Place, but it was different. It was like a parody, kind of. It wasn't funny, but parodies are supposed to be funny. But it was basically, it was a nod or a copy of A Quiet Place. They basically let these creatures out into the world, and they started reproducing, and they started, just basically wreaking havoc against the human race. You know what I'm saying? And they could only sense you through sound. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I think I know what movie you're talking about.
The Silence. It's on Netflix.
I think I watched that.
I did. I honestly, I think people should leave well enough alone so bad shit like that doesn't happen.
Interesting.
Because there's a lot of movies that we've made ourselves that show that. Like, leave well enough alone, or else well enough will not leave you alone. You know what I'm saying? It'll mess up your day, for real.
What is well enough?
Well enough as in, like, we go searching for shit all the time. Like, deep sea diving for different creatures.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Like, to look for, like, sea monsters and stuff like that. Sea serpents and stuff like that. We try to look for that stuff. We try to dig deep. We try to find out hollow earth or whatever we could, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we deep sea diving, deep digging. Hell, go into space. Honestly, go into space. That could be one of them things. One of those things. Like, trying to colonize
things.
Exactly. Trying to colonize another planet. We might find some stuff that might not want their planet colonized. You know what I'm saying?
He said the macroorganisms are gonna evolve and start attacking.
No.
Oh no, we're gonna see another thing of evolution.
No. I mean, like, I mean, like different life forms that are not as nice as some that visit us.
You ever thought about this? What if people don't see what you see?
A lot of people don't, but that's fine.
No.
I mean, you mean like
visually? Because colorblind people don't see what you see.
You right.
But I mean, what if people don't see what you see? What if people see like, bruh. Yo,
I get what you say. I totally get what you're saying. I totally understand what you're saying. What if the world around you isn't exactly what it seems?
Right.
I get what you're saying.
Nah, you know what always be tripping me out, bro?
What?
What if you've been told something, right?
Yeah.
But it's not really like that. Like, what if people just be kind of going along with things?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
What if, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to put it. But like,
I know
just be going along.
I know what you're saying.
Like,
I know exactly what you're saying.
The Truman Show type shit. They actors coming in to play their part. Yeah, for sure. Be feeling life definitely be feeling like that sometimes.
It does. It really does. And
I mean, people acting like straight actors, bro.
No.
You show up at the weirdest time.
I definitely understand. Different people show up throughout your life, and you're like, was this planned?
This definitely was. And it's just like, dang, I got played and stuff. It's just
I know.
I should have seen this coming.
But I feel like I've thought about this before too. I've thought about like, what if like the world could look like that? You know what I'm saying? Or it could look like that. You know what I'm saying?
What if it does?
We don't know. We just see what we see. We don't see things as they are.
Bruh, I just kind of want to step into someone else's just like literal reality.
Mm.
Like, what do you see? I don't like thinking your thoughts are a different story, but like, what do you see?
Yeah, exactly. What do you? Because you don't know. Somebody could see the world as completely out of whack. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, but it's not out of whack to them.
It's not out of whack to them, but for us,
it's kind of like how like in the Matrix, right?
Right.
Have you seen the Matrix?
Of course.
Good, because I know people who haven't seen that, and it's just it be irking me sometimes. But like in the Matrix, how there's like the simulation, and then there's the real world, and the real world's ugly as hell.
Yeah,
and people, and you're not like yeah, kind of like that type stuff.
I understand completely. I totally.
This little chat is getting to be a little too long. We can keep chatting, but we're going to have to make another video for y'all. So I hope you enjoyed it. Just come join. We're going to be just chatting, just expressing feelings, thoughts, emotions, ideas, concepts, business, everything. You know what I'm saying? Just chill.
We never talked about the God as a woman thing.
Yeah.
That's next episode. It's next episode.
So, peace out.
Deuces.
So I hope you enjoyed that video. I am gonna do a follow-up on a couple of topics in this video. Some of the things I said, I feel differently about now. Of course, I would edit them out, but So I hope you enjoyed that video. I am gonna do a follow-up on a couple of topics in this video. Some of the things I said, I feel differently about now. Of course, I would edit them out, but